Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. If you enjoy thoughtful deep dives into the biggest stories in Turkish entertainment, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. You can also click the join button to support the channel. Today we're unpacking a story that many of you asked me to cover, Alina and Alp Navras, how they chose to make their relationship public, why that simple decision shook social media across the country, and why even Ayça's name ended up trending alongside theirs. We'll look at what actually happened, how the industry reacted, and what this could mean for the couple going forward. Let's get into it. First, the moment that set everything in motion. It wasn't a red carpet or a glossy magazine cover. It was a bright, ordinary day, clear sky, soft light, and Alina and Alp decided to do what many high-profile couples avoid. They went on the record on their own pages. No cryptic captions, no half-hidden hands, no cropped shoulder shots. They posted full photos, full smiles, and full words. Within minutes, the posts were mirrored across fan accounts, news portals picked them up, and an avalanche of comments began: congratulations, disbelief, support, and, of course, theories. The declaration itself wasn't theatrical, but its honesty landed like a headline. Let's rewind a bit. For months, the pair had fueled speculation without feeding it. Joint appearances had been minimal and always work-adjacent. On camera, they were poised and professional. Off camera, they were careful, never letting private moments become public currency. Fans built timelines from small clues: a matching location tag here, a familiar scarf there, a lyric reposted the same evening. Nothing that proved anything, everything that suggested something. And then, with one coordinated decision on a sunny day, they cleared the fog themselves. The immediate response was intense. On the supportive side, commenters praised the directness. "This is what grown love looks like," wrote one fan. "No games, no hiding, just clarity." Brands quietly celebrated, too. Whether we like it or not, a couple with national recognition possesses cultural gravity. Their names linked together carry storytelling power, and campaigns thrive on stories. But there was another, equally loud current, people warning against overexposure, reminding everyone that relationships don't become stronger just because they become public. That tension, between the desire to share and the duty to protect, is where Alina and Alp now live, at least in the public eye. And then there was Ayça. In the first round of reactions, her name surfaced, sometimes with kindness and sometimes with the sharp edge that social media too often brings. What surprised many was not anger from her but an insistence on keeping the conversation respectful. According to people close to her, she neither fanned rumors nor tried to rewrite the past. She simply drew a boundary: criticize no one, and don't weaponize old memories against new happiness. That choice carried weight. In a culture that often pits people against each other for entertainment, declining the invitation to dramatize can be the most powerful statement. Now, what changed because of that public declaration? More than you might think. When two widely followed figures make their relationship official, the narrative about them shifts immediately. Work proposals begin to include the together factor. Event invites carry an added line, +1. Media requests increase, but so does scrutiny. Every look becomes legible, every absence becomes suspicious, every delayed post becomes a theory. It's a paradox: the truth actually invites more speculation. And yet, Alina and Alp appeared ready for that. Their initial posts set a tone: warm but not reckless, generous but not performative. Let's talk about the cultural piece, because the reaction did not happen in a vacuum. There's a reason people called this moment important beyond the celebrity gloss. Younger audiences saw two people choose clarity over ambiguity. The usual soft launch ritual, months of stage deniability, was replaced by something simpler: this is real, and we're okay with you knowing. In a space where public figures are trained to deflect, that reads as refreshing. It also sets an example: you can be honest without being reckless, visible without being consumed. But visibility has a cost, and Alina and Alp seem to understand the invoice. They didn't suddenly start posting daily couple content. They haven't reduced their individual identities into a joint brand. Instead, they gave the public a window and then kept the door locked. That is the sweet spot for longevity: give enough context to stop the rumor mill, keep enough privacy to protect the bond. The people who thrive in this industry learn to live in that space. Industry reaction has, so far, been pragmatic. Producers see potential: two leads whose names together can lift a project on day one. Platforms sense a built-in audience. Advertising teams sketch mood boards: modern romance, elegance, mutual respect. But there's a guardrail worth mentioning. The quickest way to exhaust a couple's appeal is to commercialize it before it breathes. Every brand knows this in theory, not every brand resists in practice. The smart plays will be slow and selective, maybe a limited campaign that aligns with both of their values, maybe a charity collaboration that lets them be seen together without turning love into inventory. And what about the timeline? Friends say the reveal was not spontaneous. It happened after calm conversations about pressure, privacy, and pacing. Whether the trigger was a milestone, a family gathering, or just the end of speculative fatigue, the decision felt considered. Their joint posts, similar tones, different voices, suggest coordination without loss of individuality. That balance matters. People aren't drawn to them because they are identical, they're drawn because they fit without collapsing into each other. Let's address the question many of you sent in: is this a love story or a carefully managed narrative? The honest answer is that it can be both. Real relationships in public require management. Boundaries, media choices, and professional calendars are management. What we should evaluate is the spirit behind the decisions. Everything so far points to two people leading with respect for each other, for their work, for their audience, and even for their past. That last one is where Ayça's stance matters. When a previous chapter is acknowledged without being weaponized, a new chapter can start cleanly. That's not just romantic wisdom, it's media wisdom. What comes next? Expect a quieter middle phase. After the initial wave, couples often settle into a rhythm: occasional shared moments, many individual posts, rare interviews where they each talk about values rather than specifics. If a joint project appears, it will likely be framed around craft, a script they both believe in, a director who knows how to use their chemistry without exploiting their private life. If there is a public event, don't be surprised if they arrive separately and leave separately, not as a statement of distance but as an assertion of autonomy. This is how you stay together in public: refuse to become just together in public. There is also the question of impact. Did their reveal change anything outside of gossip? Yes, quietly. When high-visibility figures model a relationship defined by mutual regard rather than manufactured spectacle, they give permission for healthier expectations. The real cultural value here isn't in the likes, it's in the reminder that love can be both romantic and responsible, both exciting and ethical. A few words about the media ecosystem, because it affects the couple even if they don't fuel it. Metrics reward drama, algorithms promote conflict. When Alina and Alp resist those incentives, they pay a short-term tax in virality. But they gain something rarer: durability. People will watch a scandal, they will stay for a sense of trust. If they can protect that trust, by avoiding public sparring matches, declining baiting questions, and keeping their private conflicts private, they'll have the one commodity more valuable than headlines: time. To the fans who sent in hundreds of messages last night, your enthusiasm matters. But your restraint matters more. Celebrating a couple doesn't mean monitoring their every move. If you truly want them to succeed, let them choose the speed of their story. Congratulate them when they share, and fall silent when they don't. That is how audiences help, even if it doesn't feel like doing anything. We've reached the end of today's breakdown, and here's the takeaway. Alina Boz and Alp Navras didn't just confirm a relationship. They modeled a way to be public without performing, honest without oversharing, present without inviting chaos. That's why their decision resonated so widely. It wasn't the perfect photo or the perfect caption. It was the rare mix of courage and care. Thank you so much for watching my video. If this analysis gave you a fuller perspective, please hit like, subscribe for more stories told with empathy and context, and tell me in the comments. What should the couple do next? A joint interview? A charity appearance? Or total silence for a while? Your thoughts help shape future videos. See you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.